So this is also very exciting. So I want you to kick us off on that one.
Absolutely. The next interesting thing from Meta was the Segment Anywhere or Segment Anything. Segment Anything model version 2 that they released, I think, early this week. And I always look out for anything in the multimedia side. And we reviewed this last when they let you segment a photograph into items in the photograph, right? Now,
Yes.
this new version that they released is now able to segment it in a video, and that's where more fun things can happen. I think so. This is a demo page that they have set up where you can play with some videos. So I picked this, so you can see this is there's a video play button here. It's a video, and it's going to start, and you can basically point and click at the dog, for example, to include and track, and you can say track object. So you can see now that as the video plays, it knows where the dog is. The fun part comes next, where you can go while it is doing it. You can alter the special effects on this thing, right? You can make it an
Oh
emoji.
wow.
You can spotlight it. You can put a burst.
That's so cool.
So these are, again, this is uh, the foreground, the object that's getting tracked, and then you can do the same thing in the background. So you can actually highlight the dog, for example.
Oh
So
wow.
again, you can do all kind of fun special effects, right? I think this is transformational for video editing primarily, right? Now that you can point and click and choose what it is, and dynamically it's tracking it, so you can apply special effects without much of effort. So I see that definitely going to be very useful in those, and they let you upload your own to play with it. But I think so far that's basically it. I think they also let you track multiple um, objects. So this is another, as this technology evolves, I think the crude way of what do you call comparing it. This is a visual vision model right now. It's always going to be limited to how many objects it's tracking continuously, right? So
Correct.
it's not going to track in, like, if this particular thing has like probably infinite grass blades. So it's not going to track infinite grass blades here. So what you're doing is you're saying, hey, track the ball and track the dog, right? Maybe two objects, the prominent things, or maybe something in the background. Let's say that there's a mound or a hill or whatever, that there's a car. So things like that. I think it's still finite number of objects, and I think it's continuing to evolve that way. But I think uh, in most of the videos we are focused on certain things. Not everything is actually we are paying attention to, right? So,
But this is not technically. I don't know. It'll come to live video, but I can see so much use cases or applications within the sports, right? Sports field when you could track a player immediately for your replay, or you know what I'm saying. So I know even if it's videos after the fact, a lot of these. I don't know if you looked into the NFL films and all that. Like a wide receiver crew has to look at all of the plays for the particular wide receiver they ran. So there are whole teams of people who do the splicing for them to make one video for wide receiver, one for the quarterback. I'm just saying, or you know what I'm saying? Like, there's crews working on, but if all that can be automated, and imagine you can get a like from even high school film, if you get 4 or 5 games, so that can they be drafted into the analysis of all that? It's being done now, but this makes it easy for anybody to do it rather than have expensive software to do it. So I can see so many applications. It's exciting.
right. So I want to take 2 more seconds to talk about. So this is also including and excluding and certain. So it lets you do the fine grain like Photoshop type thing, right? Sports, like you said, is great use case. There are other cases where there are fast moving objects you want to track, but the thing we do is slow moving, right? In this case, I think we heard the news where Zoom CEO is like, yeah, in the future everything we can automate an avatar in front of it. So this is all falling into the same space right now. Even in this type of situation, if I can point and click a human in this, which for the most part can be automatically identified, right? So now there's models which will spot a human and put a boundary around it. So now that you track it, now you substitute it, you can alter in a very customized way. So this is all coming together in many ways. Audio, so not audio, the photos and the videos. Segmenting and knowing what's in the video is the next future, right? Many of the video codecs that are running today, they don't know what's in the frame. They just compress based on a
Got it.
sequence of what it's like almost I would say you know how they say like probably the dog doesn't see the individual object but it just sees motion, right? So when it sees
Yes.
motion it just knows there's something going on, right? That's how video encoding happens. Now imagine how you can improve that when you know what's inside it on a very fine-grained basis, right? So I think we are going to experience a huge transformation in the video encoding, right? And I also
That
think
is cool.
in the in
Uh-huh.
the future, right? Like for example, think about you and me. We are on a repeated session for last 44 episodes, right? With AI, by now you should probably see some drop in bandwidth, right? But we still consume the same bandwidth. It's almost like it forgot everything, you and me, and a lot of this is probably in the future, probably is bandwidth saving too. That's what I think. When for the same amount of effort, you can save bandwidth, which is kind of we are just using it like the what do you call the disk space right now, right? We just there's no memory to any of these.
That's true. Yeah, I can see security, quality analysis on a conveyor belt as it's moving through. We see video. You know what I'm saying? There's so much I can see as applications of this when it gets even better.
Correct. And
That's
then the
beauty.
key ability I think this technology is giving everyone is that you can spot and track something, and with that you can do a whole bunch of stuff now. IoT devices,
That is
like I think the most common use case is a surveillance camera, right? You if you have a home
yes.
camera, now if you say spot this area and track this person, identify if they show up at the door, you can do all kind of
Or the kids are escaping through the window, catch them, right? So yeah,
things. Exactly. Spot my kid.
I know in a crowd. Now, yes, this is amazing. I can't wait. I know we are very early in this too. I know text feels like it's at least maturing a little bit. Video and voice, I think, is we still early. So I can't even imagine all the things that we're gonna be talking about in a few months from now.